So, old school RuneScape updated. They did a small update with the character creator where you pick body type A, body type B, and pick a pronoun. And people are making it this like a news story kind of thing out of it. And it's funny to like some of these are RuneScape, Jagex goes woke, whatever. The Jagex has had a pride event in old school RuneScape for years. So we can't just say, oh, now they crossed that line all of a sudden. It's been crossed for a long time. So it seems a little silly that people are fighting over this. So that's kind of my opinion, is that in a way it's a silly minor modification to the game that's not important. But if it's so not important, like there's people just fighting over it. And so this is someone, Hanini, who is, if you watch their videos, it's very easy to just not notice that they're trans, apparently, because they have a very masculine voice. And it's no offense to them. And I'm not trying to judge them, but a lot of guys play female characters in games just because they like it. Sometimes it's funner to customize female characters and you feel like there's more malleability with what kind of appearances, what kind of style you can put on them. And it's not always so simple for male characters. Or, you know, some people just prefer to play female characters. It doesn't matter. So no one would just assume because someone mainly plays a female character that they're trans. Because first of all, nobody cares. Like, nobody cares if someone's trans or not. I mean, the majority of people don't care about this stuff. So this is a video talking about how there were people in RuneScape apparently protesting the pronoun update. And this is Hanini admitting to participating in mocking them. So it, you know, there's an expression of like, you don't wrestle with pigs because you'll get covered in mud. So it kind of refers to things like this. And I know the idea is that Hanini was mocking them. And that's supposed to discourage whatever their beliefs are by embarrassing them. But at the same time, when people dislike you because they think you're forcing your political views on them, and you start antagonizing them, you start encouraging and reinforcing their beliefs. Like, you have to know when to take a kind hand towards people and show you aren't a threat and you have goodwill, and when to just outright be dismissive to people. And there's a very negative view of anything LGBT now, because people have this perception of LGBT things being extremely authoritarian. And so the more antagonistic you are in relation to anything LGBT, the more you're gonna just make people hate and resist anything associated with LGBT things. So you're kind of encouraging, like, you're pushing things backwards. People talk about a pendulum when it comes to politics, and you're like pushing the pendulum in the opposite direction, where people are going to push back against everything LGBT, and they're going to feel good about it. They're going to feel morally justified about it. And that's one of the worst possible things you can do, is make people feel like removing basic human rights from a demographic is good and morally justified. But this is the kind of world these activists are creating. So, you know, that's kind of my perspective on this stuff when it comes to pop culture stuff. You're kind of creating an environment that will be actively hostile towards you, and I'd recommend you not do that.